Und so. Ach, bei dem Wasserfall. Der ist hundertprozentig von irgendeinem wirklich von dem Geist besessen. Das ist die Frage, ob dieses Beschwörungsding mit diesem... Was da war, ob das... Da.
Look over there. That's him at the waterfall.
Ja, warum liegt da rechts einer?
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa. He's meditating while sitting in a waterfall. That's pretty wild. Hey, listen! He's talking to himself.
Woo! How's that? Can you feel it? Can you feel the feeling of manliness? Found your own school. Ha! So shallow. How can a manly man aspire to something so lame? Please, spare me. Spare me. I can't feel the manliness. I can't even feel the cold anymore. I can't take any more. I'm gonna die. Yohei. Yohei! Save me! Save me!
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help!
Huh? Who goes there?
He stood up! And now he's coming this way!
No, don't come any closer! Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh, poor thing. Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever shall we do?
Well, how should I know?
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about something. Would you mind telling me what that's all about?
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
You don't know? But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how your brother came to be this way? Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully before you open your mouth again. This is a life or death situation. Your brother is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight away when he started acting out of character. And yet, 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me. You really expect me not to notice the gaping holes in your story?
But
As you wish. It's fine by me if you don't want to tell the truth. But after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it will be right behind your back. After all, you did summon it together.
All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used a wishing incantation. We made a wish.
Aus Ein Leitfaden zur Geisterbeschwörung aus erster Hand.
Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted. Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, spheres of light appeared all around us. After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills. But his whole personality changed too.
Warum hast du dir nicht sofort Hilfe geholt?
Because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword. If that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school, and we'd be back to being poor. I just wanted to keep this under wraps until we'd managed to get the dojo set up and paid off our debts.
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Well, 'cause with the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something, and then no one would want to sign up as his disciple. So I was thinking that maybe Lady Guji might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep his sword skills?
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that has possessed him.
You're right, you're right. We were wrong to do what we did. We had this coming.
All right, then. Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt and then draw your sword.
Ich find's sehr cool, wie... Echt, das Salz hilft wirklich?
What is that?
It's the spirit!
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Save me! Save me!
Miko! He fainted! What do we do now?
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Who's this? Ah, a fellow swordmaster. Come on, fight me!
He's coming! Be careful!
Ja, als ob ich von denen nicht schon 200 Stück gekillt hätte. Ich meine, einmal so, einmal so, einmal so, einmal so.
Illusion shattered.
Passt.
That was great! Excellent! Woo! What a rush! I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
He disappeared! But he looked pretty content at the end there. Huh. Well, Paimon sure is confused. Do you know what that was all about?
Ich kann es mir vorstellen.
We can talk about it later. They're about to wake up.
What am I doing here? Yohei? Yohei, is that you?
Shingo, are you alright?
Yohei, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword anymore. I even beat one of Domon's disciples. I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now. But then I realized I couldn't control my own body. And there was this voice in my ear talking to me constantly. I was terrified and I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about manliness.
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit and it possessed you.
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted your brother until he died of fatigue too.
Thank you, Lady Guji, and thank you for your assistance, exorcism experts.
All right, take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now, having been possessed for quite a few days. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. Remember, this is the price you pay. At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture now, don't you?
Yes, we understand now. We won't do it ever again.
Thank you, Lady Guji. Thank you, exorcists. We'll be on our way then. Come on, Shingo.
Miko, would they really have lost their lives if we hadn't gotten involved? And if so, why the heck were you so reluctant to help out?
Oh, they would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
So, what was it that possessed Shingo?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you?
Aber er mochte kein Tofu, ein unglaublich guter Schwertmeister.
Paimon's got it. It was an Oni.
Nein.
Correct.
Das?
Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed like it was trying to train Shingo to become bolder.
Fair enough. But it seemed like it had the opposite effect.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, you exhausted its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared. Even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body to host the spirit, and it would have left of its own accord. Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that way. Still, the experience may ultimately have been more effective than me scaring them into submission with a little exaggeration.
Whew. Well, the main thing is that nobody got hurt.
All right, seems like we've wrapped up everything here. Come on, off we go.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure about that?
You mean you disagree?
Ja, dieses Buch, ein Leitfaden zur Geisterbeschwörung aus erster Hand.
Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that book. Yes, I know the one.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really popular right now.
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually capable of summoning spirits and stuff. And loads of people are trying it.
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
But who wrote this book? And why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? What do you think, Traveler?
Ein wenig beunruhigt es mich schon. Wenn Miko sagt, dass es in Ordnung ist, brauchen wir uns wahrscheinlich keine Sorgen machen. Ich bin eher auf Mikos Reaktion gespannt.
You're right. Big events in the light novel market should be at the center of her attention, surely. But she doesn't seem to care about this book at all.
Lady Yai, I finally found you.
Oh oh.
Kuroda, what are you doing here?
Vor allem bis zu dem Wasserfall?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here. Please take a look.
Let me see. What? We're losing market share?
Yes. Overall bestseller, readers' favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beaten in all categories. One book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Both of you, back here now.
Das überzeugt so ernsthaft.
Miko? What is it? You have a really scary look on your face right now.
Things just got serious. A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the novels of the Yai Publishing House by every analysis.
Was meinst du Längen?
Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our thunder. If this isn't the very definition of intolerable, I don't know what is. I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
Was, ich?
How is this our problem all of a sudden?
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? Oh, am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important in your eyes after all?
Wait, what just happened? Again, you technically have a point, but this feels all wrong.
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on. We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me outside the Yai Publishing House.
Oh, das ist zu geil. Scheiße, die A ist wirklich gestorben. Und die A ist einfach nur geil, Alter. Das ist der geilste Charakter im ganzen verdammten Spiel, Alter. Ich hab Tränen in den Augen, Alter. Das ist einfach nur Hammer. Oh, das passt schon, da wird schon nichts passieren. Da kommt der Typ halt bis zu dem verdammten Wasserfall gerannt, Alter, im Nirgendwo. Um mir zu erzählen, dass ihr Verlagshaus nicht so geil läuft, wie es normal läuft. Das dreht voll am Rad, Alter. Hat das schon immer so komische Geräusche gemacht? Hä? Oh, es ist stark. Oh mein Gott, das wird so genial. Uah. Aber wenn ich jetzt gerade so müde wäre, ey. Ich muss jetzt dann mal ab in die Falle, ey. Ich war heute schon wieder zu lang wach, ey. Zu lang gestreamt, ey. Aus 2 Stunden sind 3 geworden.
Alright, Miko, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Vor allem wir ziehen in den Krieg.
Why don't you take a guess?
Hä?
I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yai Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yai Publishing House with the status of Guji Yai and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous!
Oh, wow. Your first guess and you got it absolutely
Wrong.
wrong.
Yeah! Wait! Seriously? That wasn't it?
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate all the copies?
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient kaidan, or tales of the supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way. That is why the book has become so popular. I think we're going to have a difficult time trying to rein in its popularity while it's the only work in its league on the market.
Warte, du meinst also.
That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next big thing. So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rivals' sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Yai Miko wages war. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Wait, Miko, so you want us to write a novel?
Ich habe doch nie einen Roman geschrieben.
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. But let's not forget that I am the chief editor of the Yai Publishing House. I have my ways. I did say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary.
Naja, eigentlich ist meistens nur Paimon dabei und nicht mal mein Scheiß alleine.
Anyway, there is a writer's submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into. When you have an idea of what the current trends are, come back and see me. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
Es ist aber schon mal eine geile Richtung, wie das geht, ey. Keine traurigen Hintergrundgeschichten oder sonstige Sachen. Sondern eigentlich wirklich bloß Wir führen Krieg gegen den Leser. Gegen den Buchschreiber. Mit Yai Miko. Kyota.
I've been reading light novels for a long time now. I'm mainly into big, ambitious fantasy works with an original core concept and good storytelling. These days, though, everyone seems to be imitating each other. Most of the time, I can guess what the story is about just from the title. The only recent book worth mentioning is A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Not only is it a good story, but the descriptions are really true to life. So much so that I'm almost wondering if maybe the author really has met all those yokai before.
Ja, da muss ich Ihnen halt leider recht geben, ne? Es ist erstens, heutzutage ist es vor allem bei Animes ein Problem mit diesem mit dem Isekai-Genre. Ich meine, ich mag Isekai, also Leute, die wo dann sterben oder irgendwie in eine andere Welt versetzt werden. Aber sie ändern sich halt teilweise schon zu sehr, wobei ich natürlich trotzdem die gerne anschaue. Meistens ist es dann halt bloß die Qualität von der Animation, was halt dann einen abhält, dass man es doch weiterschaut. Oder wenn es richtig Bullshit ist. Und zweitens, es werden halt auch viel zu oft irgendwelche Klischees genommen. Ich meine, ich habe es heute erst wieder erlebt. Mit dem Stream von Dying Light 2. Du sollst in einen gefährlichen Fernsehturm rein. Oder in so ein Fernsehstudio. Das hat, keine Ahnung was, 70 Stockwerke. Du gehst mit einem Team da rein. Vorher hast du noch mit einem Team eine Nacht, wo du mit denen laberst. Was ist so passiert. Feiern, Jokes, saufen. Und dann ausschlafen. Dann fährst du mit dem Team hoch. Einer erzählt von dem Team. Ey, meine Frau bekommt jetzt ihr Kind. Ja, du weißt doch ganz genau schon, dass die alle draufgehen werden. Was passiert? Man fährt mit dem Fahrstuhl hoch. Oh, der Fahrstuhl hat eine Panne. Was muss man machen? Man muss aussteigen. Und man muss mit denen rausgehen. Natürlich ist dann der Typ, der wo jetzt wahrscheinlich, dessen Frau frisch ein Kind kriegt. Der Typ, der wo scouten darf, der wo erstmal die Umgebung checkt. Ist dann der Erste, der wo drauf geht und dann sterben alle anderen und du wirst ohnmächtig. Das ist halt so ein fucking Klischee, ey.
The key to a successful light novel is having good illustrations. When to use illustrations, what they should contain, and which artist you should commission for them. These are all key things to bear in mind. Good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, a bad illustration can ruin your novel, even if you have the best story in the world. There's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words free. I'd agree with that. Too bad most of the top artists have jam-packed schedules, so it's extremely difficult to commission them. The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits are incredible, but it's unlike any art style I've ever seen before.
Ja, kann ich so zustimmen. Also so, was heißt zustimmen? Mich stört's eigentlich nicht mal, wenn diese Illustrationen nicht dabei sind. Aber es macht die Situation besser, die gerade wichtig ist, wenn da so ein Bild kommt, wenn sich gerade irgendeine besondere Ereignis gerade stattfindet oder sowas.
The Yai Publishing House has held many writers' submission events to date. The winner gets a huge amount of publicity. It's been the ticket to fame for a lot of authors. If you've got a good idea for a story, you definitely don't want to miss out.
I'll be honest,
Hoppala.
I read light novels for the cheap thrills. In most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this long and drawn-out character arc, usually involving a process of separation, loss, and ultimately growth and renewed strength. It reads well and everything, it's just a little slow-paced for me. By contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, where the protagonist is super strong right from the get-go. The protagonist is a kitsune who has not only mastered the secret art of incantations, but also tea ceremony, painting, and calligraphy.
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized. Let's go tell our findings to Yai Miko.
Gut, aber an der Stelle will wir jetzt dann Schluss machen. Ja, und genau was er gesagt hat, ist eben das auch, was ich immer geil finde. Klar, so lange Animes, die wo dann halt irgendwelche Trainingsdinger haben und sowas, auch nicht schlecht. Aber ich bin halt echt ein Fan von Animes, wo halt dann Wo halt dann der Typ gleich von Anfang an, Alter, so saumächtig ist, dass er eigentlich alles besiegen kann und meistens vielleicht gerade mal am Schluss vom Anime irgendwer auftaucht, der wo dann vielleicht ein bisschen ins Wasser reichen kann. Oder vor allem die geilsten Szenen in Animes sind dann sowieso, wenn dann irgendeiner kommt, ich bin so böse und ich mach gern Scheiß und keine Ahnung was und ich tue jetzt den Typen da drüben ärgern und der kriegt dann einfach nur voll auf die Fresse. Ja, so viel dazu. Ich bedanke mich an der Stelle bei euch fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, wir sehen uns dann wieder in der nächsten Folge. Und ja. Ja, Miko, King. Nein, ist die Queen von uns allen. Ach, keine Ahnung. Ich wollte jetzt irgendeinen coolen Spruch lassen, der ist aber totaler Bullshit. Macht's gut und Servus.